Hey everyone, it is the week of August 24th, 2026. Again, don't know where it's all going, but it is going. And as things are going, and we've been moving toward individual podcasts about the Spark method, we are already up to the R in Spark. So we talked about starting with intention, going into the whole idea of meeting new people, whether it be in a job interview, in a networking event, out for coffee, whatever it is, having an intention of how you're going to talk to people and talk about what you do for a living or what you want to be doing for a living. Then we moved on to the P, prepare in advance. You can't really speak off the cuff if you have nothing in the background. We talked about the quiver with all the arrows of information that you've already prepared so that you can pull them out and be comfortable and conversational, as opposed to sounding a bit more wooden, rehearsed, or that you're just have memorized a paragraph that you're just rambling off. So preparing helps you to be conversational. It's always the work up front, like it or not. Then last week we talked about aligning your message. There's very different things to talk about when you're at a networking event, when you're in front of funders, when you're at the coffee shop, when you're meeting new people, or when you're re-engaging with people. You have to align your message to that. So those were the last 3 weeks. If you didn't hear them, they're about 10 minutes each. I suggest you go back and take a quick listen. Today we're moving on to the R. And in some instances, I almost think the R is the most important part. And the R stands for respect your audience. Because if we're not respecting who we're talking to, we've really given up the ghost. There is no next time for that. And I'll give you a couple examples I was thinking of. I was at a networking event a couple years ago, and there were definitely people looking for investors. And I got introduced to one of them. Not that I'm an investor, but I know investors. So it was a good meet. It was a good introduction from that standpoint. However, the founder of the CEO of the startup told me about 8 to 10 iterations of what didn't work as he moved through getting his company going. I have no idea what did work, because by the time he came to the 11th iteration, I had it. It was too much time. It was too much effort. And to be honest, I was not comfortable introducing him to anyone if that was his pitch to them. Oh, look, this is how it didn't work. Oh, look, this is how I failed at it first. Oh, look. Now you can have a little paragraph, a little thought in there that says, this doesn't happen overnight. We went through a bunch of iterations. We really fine-tuned what we're doing. And now I'm here to really tell you about where we're at now and where we are going forward. It's an important thing. And I was not, again, comfortable introducing him to people who he would tell his failures to. So we have to respect the person we're talking to in that term. We also have to respect the person we're talking to from a visual standpoint if we're in person. So I think we all know that person who comes to a networking event and is talking to you, and that's fine, but they're never looking at you. They're looking at the people around you, at the people behind you, at the people behind them. They're looking for who they have determined is more important than the conversation you're in. We see that. We know that. Don't be that person. When you're engaging with someone, respect them and engage. Now, that being said, it doesn't need to be a 15-minute conversation. It can be a 5-minute conversation. But when you're in that conversation, be in that conversation. because we also all know those people when we walk away and we say, even in a crowd, and we say, wow, I felt like they were only talking to me. That's a skill that comes with preparation, with intention, with aligning your message, and then respecting who you're talking to. So be that second person, not that first person. Here at Communication is an Art. That's why I think it's an art. It's something that is not a science. There is not a one size fits all when you're having a conversation and introducing your business. I was on the phone this morning with someone who was calling me about a nonprofit I'm involved in. I really should add that to my list. In fact, I'm going to. It's called Bookstock. It's the largest resale used book sale in Southeast Michigan, and all the proceeds go to education and literacy programs in the area. It's a great program. But she was calling me to find some information out, and we were talking. No, really, I don't really know what you do, so tell me. So it's not someone I see on a regular basis or see really much at all. So I did tell her, and I wasn't as crystal clear as if I was making a presentation or introducing myself, but I wanted her to feel like we were just having a conversation. So I told her in general what I do, but I also followed it up with, boy, if you ever know someone who's looking to bring a speaker in, that's really where I'm at. So reach out to me, connect me with people. You know a lot of people. So I still got my soft ask into the mix, but I felt that it was okay because it was really a conversation about Bookstock. It wasn't a conversation about what I did. So I respected my audience by not going on and on and on about what I do. I can do that too. Today's not the time to do it either. You can see more in the show notes. It'll be there. So that's a short message. Respect your audience. Know who you're going to be talking to. Know what your ask is going to be of them. And for different people, it can be different things. So it's important to kind of keep track of that. As we all should. I should do a better job of now putting her somewhere down on a list that we talked about my business and follow up and see if maybe I can put her on my distribution lists. Maybe her spouse is interested in bringing me to something, or someone else she knows. So the soft sell, I thought, was really good in that place. Now, I'm about to get on a call with a marketing group I'm in where we learn things. And we will go around the table or around the Zoom, around our pictures, and say what we do. That is a much more polished, still conversational, never the same, but I'm respecting that audience that they really do want to know what I do because we're all in this for each other's good. So it's respecting where you are on that, how to ask, what to tell about yourself, what to share, how to do it, and certainly how to do it conversational. So it's my short message today about respecting your audience. I'm going to respect you, my audience, because you seem to be coming back. I have something else to tell you. Want to know a secret? It's not a secret. It's going to be all over the place. Today is my 50th episode. I am so excited. I can't believe I actually got to the number 50. I'll be splashing it all over the world. It will be very intentional, and I will be very happy about it. So with that, come back next week for K, Keep It Clear, where we'll also wrap up the whole series. Until then, have a good day, everyone. I wanted to share with you a new offering from my company, Pamela Lippitt Communications. I'm actually offering a communications audit. So who is this for? It's for a company, a nonprofit, where there's new leadership, new board members, or new senior hires who may not be up to speed and are seeing different things when they're looking at different pieces of paper, because really it's the new people who are really diving in and looking at things. It could be because you have new programs or new clients or new services, and you want to give them a consistent message about your company. It may be that people are asking the same questions all the time. That means you should be answering it in your materials so they don't have to ask. And it's also if you're seeing internal frustrations among your team. Maybe they don't have the right materials they need. So if you're interested in a communications audit for your company, I am giving a bonus for anyone who mentions hearing this on the podcast. Not only will I do a communication audit of your materials, but I'll also come in person or via Zoom and meet with your team to go over all the materials as we start and as we finish to make sure everyone's on the same page. So with that, shoot me a text or an email if you're interested, and I am happy to reach out and discuss how your communications can be smoother, more concise, and lead to more business. Thank you.